On one of the job sites we did in Buena Park, California, we had a situation where our client had roots growing inside of their main line going into the house, actually the sewer line. And so they had the plumber come out to clear the line. And as he cleared it, and when he cut into it, it was full of roots. So long story short, they had to take out this tree that was out here in the parkway because it was the cause of the roots. And while doing that, they had to destroy mostly all the landscape that was out here in the parkway. So what we're going to do is come in and reestablish the landscaping, reestablish the irrigation system, and also do a few maintenance items that need to be taken care of as we move into the spring. We did a fall fertilization here with our ArborJet Ecological Solutions products, and the plants are really kicking in right now. And so I want to show you some of that also, and just encourage you to be able to do some things here as spring kicks in and the plants start springing out because the soil temperatures and outside ambient temperatures are getting warmer. So let's check it out. All right, here's one of our job sites here in Buena Park, California. We installed a lot of a drought-tolerant California native plant material. This design was put together by Rama Neri of Creations Landscape Designs, located in Tustin, California, www.creationslandscapedesigns.com. But here is the situation we're dealing with. We have an area out here in a parkway where we have to replace plant material that was taken out because they had to stump grind and take out a tree that was causing root damage to the homeowner's sewer line. And you can see here is one of the roots that they didn't grind out. And so I encouraged the homeowner to call the city back up to find out if they could come back to do some more grinding here, because there's some of the roots that didn't take it out. They didn't do a really heavy duty grind because they probably didn't realize or understand where the lines were, like the utility lines, like gas line and water line, because there's a water line, there's a main that goes in right there. So there's maybe a water line. Let's see, where's the water meter? The water meter is somewhere around in here, I think. So I have to check it out. But that's one thing about it. When you do jobs and you're doing any kind of grinding or any kind of digging, you're supposed to call Dig Alert. Dig Alert is a national number you can call that can be able to lineate. You have the utility companies and power companies come out and they lineate where the live lines are located so that you don't cut through any lines and cause any damage that could be very, very costly if you manage to damage the line, especially if it's an informational line like cable or something like that. Most cable now is not really located in the ground. From a lot of jobs I've seen, they do a lot of different ways that they install the cable, but old style, they have cables running in the ground. You have main lines like gas and water that's coming through and also under the ground, so you got to be careful about that. But that's what we're going to do, is come in and replace the plant material with some more varieties of plant materials. We're going to utilize like about 3 or 4 1-gallon plants and some 5 gallons to add some color and some pop out here. Reestablish the irrigation system because the irrigation system was pretty much ruined and cut through. We had a drip system out here. This landscape out here in the parkway has been in for at least about 4 years. It's looking really nice. Some plant material is basically dead. We can't salvage it. These blue fescues, won't be able to salvage these, so they have to be thrown away. But yeah, they had to cut through the pipe, and so we had to redo the irrigation system out here, reestablish our weed block fabric, and bring the level down in order to put our plant material out here. Out here in the main yard, there's some plants that have basically died, bit the dust, so we're going to replace some plants, do a little bit of pruning, spring pruning. Since I'm going to be over here, just touch up a few plants, and now's the time to do it because we're getting to the active growing season. So there's some plants that need to be either eradicated. There's weeds. There's a lot of challenges with weeds nowadays, especially wood sorrel. Like this plant right here is a wood sorrel, and it has a rhizomatous root system, and so it's best that you spray these in order to get the product down in there, in order to kill it, because if we break it off, it's a possibility that it can be able to cause more to come up, because you see here on the root they have different little outlets, and each outlet produces a whole new plant. See right here is a rootlet that's causing another plant to grow out. So it's best on this wood sorrel or oxalis, this clover looking stuff, to be able to spray it, because that way we can get a better kill. And actually when it goes to seed, it'll have seed pods, and it will spray the seed pods out in an area of distributions. A lot of times the seed pods are underneath, it goes to seed and it just blows seeds everywhere. So we have a product that we'll be able to spray on here by Monterey Products in order to get it so we can get a kill from the top down, rather than just trying to go through and pull stuff out. And it's very slick on how it grows. It likes to grow close to the plants. It makes it hard for you to get to it. You know, it's here. The root system is all up under here. Look at that. So it goes underneath. It's very smart in how it invades and figures out ways to survive. It's all up under the bush. It said, "You're going to take me out, I'm taking somebody with me." That's the kind of attitude it's happening. So there is a challenge with this particular type of weed pretty much all in Southern California right now. I've been getting calls and been getting people texting me about it. Look at this. This is another wood sorrel, and it's growing right in between the this yucca. And it kind of looks cool because it's in each one of the yucca, but it's a problem because you got to get rid of it. So we're going to do our best to get rid of those growing inside the plant material. The lavender will cut it back pretty hard, so that way you can get a nice bloom like this. So we can be able to have it be nice and full, not be too ratty and too fat, and it's just too top heavy in my opinion. The bees are doing their thing. They really love this lavender. I think this is I forget the variety, but this particular one. But the bees are really loving it. We have our coyote bush here. Coyote bush is really nice. It's pretty picky, but it's not like it's doing pretty well. And salvia here is a salvia gray guy that will put a couple of those out here. No, I think this is a Furman's red. So this is a salvia gray guy, Furman's red. Has really nice red flowers. Hummingbirds really love it. So we're going to come through, do what we need to do out here in the parkway to replace this disaster that happened because of a tree. And one thing about trees in a parkway, you got to make sure that the trees that you put in, if you have them in the parkway, that they're not root invasive, and there's things you can do in order to make sure that the roots are going to stay where they need to stay and not go everywhere and seek out sewer lines and other stuff like that. So there you go. That's the project that's at hand. Looking at doing this next week, God willing, that we'll be able to come out here and redo this parkway and take care of the situation with the blankness and the destruction that the city had to do in order to take care of the problem of the roots growing into the sewer line. Be sure to put your comments in there. Let me know what you think. Some suggestions that you may have, color-wise and stuff like that, to go out here in the parkway. We got purples going on, and lavenders, and a little touch of red. So let me know what you think from a color standpoint. If we should stick with the same palette, or if we should throw some more color in there to add some variety to the mix. L.Wallace, Midwest Landscaping, your landscaping coach. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hit that notification bell so when videos like this come out, you can be able to give your comments and let me know what you think. Help build that algorithm up there to help make better videos so I can do better videos. And let me know how I can improve so I can do a better job for you out there. Thanks for watching, and be sure to share this. Have a great day and a nice weekend ahead. Thanks for watching.